James Ida, also known as Little Guy, born 1940, is a New York mobster and former consigliere of the Genovese crime family. James was born to first-generation immigrants from Lombardy. Growing up in the Little Italy neighborhood of Manhattan, New York, Ida was inducted into the Genovese crime family in the late 1970s. Ida was placed in the Little Italy-based crew of Captain Matthew, Matty the Horse Iannello, frequently serving as Iannello's bodyguard and chauffeur. Ida's younger brother Joseph also served in Iannello's crew. Racketeering in Little Italy in 1988, after Iannello was convicted on federal racketeering charges, Ida took over the Iannello crew. In 1991, after consigliere Louis Manal was convicted of federal racketeering charges, Ida became the official consigliere of the Genovese family. When boss Vincent Gigante and underboss Venero Mangano went to prison, Ida handled the day-to-day functions of the Genovese family with acting boss Liborio Bellomo. Ida also oversaw rackets involving the Mason Tendlers Union and the San Gennaro feast in Little Italy. Each vendor working at the feast had to pay tribute to the Genovese family. Ida helped oversee the collection of rents from some 400 vendors. While the mob typically demanded $4,000 a booth, the society running the festival would report to city officials that booth vendors had paid only $1,000 or so each. The city would then assess each vendor a 25% permit fee based on this rent. The end result was that the city and charities received very little money. Ida also owned a social club in Little Italy that he used for family business. However, in 1990, Capo James Massera was sent to prison based partly on conversations recorded by law enforcement at the club. Ida soon switched to conducting business on walks through the neighborhood and meetings in diners and parks. To counter Ida's new strategy, federal investigators in 1994 obtained warrants for use of roving bugs and were able to intercept 6 of Ida's conversations with family members and union associates. Protection for LaToya Jackson. In 1994, Ida was involved in the extortion of money from singer LaToya Jackson. According to the FBI, Jackson's husband Gordon was paying the Genovese family $1,000 per month for the use of Genovese soldier John Shannon as a bodyguard whenever the singer visited New York. Shannon would then present the checks to Ida. On one occasion, the FBI recorded Ida angrily complaining to Shannon about receiving a bad check from the Jacksons. Prison. In June 1996, Ida and 19 other Genovese members and associates were charged with violating the Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act (RICO). The government offered Ida a 15-year plea deal in exchange for cooperation, but Ida refused it. However, fellow mobster Bellomo accepted a plea agreement, reportedly enraging Ida. The FBI was sufficiently concerned about the threat to notify Bellomo's lawyer and to place Bellomo and Ida in solitary confinement. Ida's time incarcerated for the durations of his trial was spent in solitary. He connected with Pavel Stanimirovic, also known as Paul Montana and Punch, the son of Vojislav Stanimirovic. Ida dubbed him Paulie Katz, reminding the young and rising criminal that violence is not the way to earn respect. He had been placed in the SHU for a violent cutting that in Hauteville CF at the same time as the trial. However, both Bellomo's and Ida's lawyers refuted reports that there was any tension between the two mobsters. On April 24, 1997, after an 8-week trial, Ida was convicted of the 1988 DeLorenzo murder, the conspiracies to murder Ralph Desimone in 1991 and Dominic Tucci in 1995, and racketeering charges involving the San Gennaro feast. Ida received a life prison sentence. After Ida's imprisonment, former Capo Iannello retook control of Ida's Little Italy crew. In March 2012, Ida was serving life without parole at the Federal Correctional Institution, Otisville, a medium-security facility in New York. As of 2020, he is serving his sentence at Federal Correctional Institution, Schuylkill. Further reading: Jacobs, James B., Colleen Friel and Robert Raddick. Gotham Unbound. How New York City was liberated from the grip of organized crime. New York. NYU Press, 1999. ISBN 0-8147-4247-5. Jacobs, James B., Christopher Panarella and J. Worthington. Busting the Mob. The United States vs. Cosa Nostra. New York. NYU Press, 1994. ISBN 0-8147-4230-0. Rob Selwyn. Five Families. The Rise, Decline, and Resurgence of America's Most Powerful Mafia Empires. New York. St. Martin Press, 2005. ISBN 0-312-30094-8. Theo Harries, at Hanji. Ed. The FBI. A Comprehensive Reference Guide. Phoenix. RX Press, 1999. ISBN 0-8977-4-991-X. United States Congress. Senate. Committee on Governmental Affairs. Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. Organized Crime. 25 years after Valachi. Hearings before the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. 1988. External links: U.S. indicts 19 in Genovese mob case by Don Van Natta, Jr. NY crime family charged in racketeering indictment. Officials say Genovese kept low profile while extorting unions. References